Hello travelers, Endara here. Welcome to my channel. We are starting a new series for No Man's Sky. So we will be starting at the very beginning. Let's see how it goes. As you can see, I've played this a lot. So we're going to do a new game. I'm not doing the expedition. I'm just going to start on a normal game. Now during this series I may on new expeditions. Oops, hold on.
Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online.
So it looks like it's a toxic, toxic environment.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence.
Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do, I haven't played No Man's Sky in a while, so I've gotta remember where I have to go. No. Not network. Difficulty. Okay. So, there are a couple of things that I set here. Combat settings. Creatures, I do defensive. I I don't like predators on because I get so into the gathering of materials or the building of a base if I'm doing it that I forget to pay attention. And yeah, so it's just my philosophy is you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. So now if I accidentally shoot them, then they can retaliate, which is I get it. So I just have to be careful of where I aim. So everything else I think is good. So I need to apply. Okay, that way I think I don't have to worry about.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. There we go. So I need to fix this. I need ferrite dust, so let's do that. Oop, critically, yes I know. There we go, ferrite dust. So we're gonna just, I need to find a cave or something that I can duck into. I think there's one up there. Either that or it's, oh, it's not really a cave.
Toxic protection Stabilizing.
It says stabilizing. Okay, it's going up. Phew. It's just enough cover. So, you know what? We've got some cobalt here. Let's go ahead and grab the cobalt. There is a secondary element, but until I can analyze and fix my scanner, I can't repair it. Or I can't scan to see what the second element is. So, I am going to set a timer because I try to keep videos to around 2 hours. So I'm going to set a 1 hour and 45-minute timer so that when the timer goes off, I'll know, okay, I need to get to a stopping point and wrap this up. Unless we are in the middle of something, in which case I may go a little past. So I gotta remember what buttons handle what jobs. There's some carbon. I will need plenty of that. Unidentified plants. I tend to scan everything and pick up what I can. We're going to need some of these dihydrogen crystals. So now, if we approach carefully, we should be able to grab that little berry there without it snapping. There we go. Once you get the berry, it'll close without snapping. So, and then we got some more. We can't get that without the advanced mining laser. We're going to need some of this to recharge our life support or hazard. I forget. I've not played on No Man's Sky since I don't know when. It's been a while. It's been probably a couple months. Because the last time I played was the last the most recent expedition before the redos. So, which was I don't know if it was the Corvette or if there was one after that. I just can't remember. So, okay, so I should have what I need to repair this.
Component repaired.
There. Now I can scan stuff. Oh. No, I can't. Hold on. I need the visor. Okay. So let's go back here.
Toxic protection.
I do have the visor. I need 1 nanotube. I might be able to do that. Yep. There. Now I can scan.
Units received.
So I see where my ship is. My crash ship is over there. So scan that. Scan animals.
Received.
especially scan animals, because if you scan all of the animals on the planet, you get an extra, I forget how many nanites for scanning all the animals on a planet. And that's per animal. So the more animals there are on the planet, the higher your gain. I want to say 250, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just, like I said, I've been playing Fallout 4, so and every game the controls are different, so it's just trying to keep everything from one game to the next when it's been a while. So I got that. So now we can scan that plant
Units received.
and that rock.
Units received.
So I'm looking for any so over there are fossils. That's a good thing. And they must be on the other side of that hill over there. We might get over there to get those fossils. Whoa. Oh, that's an unknown plant, so let's get that.
Units received.
So once you start the scanning process, as long as you do not let go of the left trigger, oh, I don't have the terrain manipulator yet. So I'm just trying to load up on carbon and ferrite. So I'm actually not going toward, oh, I'm kind of going towards my ship, kind of in a lateral way though. So without the advanced mining laser, I can gather up those little dihydrogen crystals, but these bigger ones over here I can't until I get an advanced mining laser, and that's required for those.
Units
So
received.
I think there's another animal right here.
Units received.
Yep. So it must be a little thing. Yeah, look at that. It's a little itty bitty thing. I don't have any food to offer, or I would.
Units received.
Okay, there's another. Anytime you see the red dot, that's another animal that you can scan. And if you see a green paw print, that means you've already scanned that animal. Okay, where's the red dot? Oh, and you know what? I probably won't be able to get the fossils. I don't have the mining laser yet. Or the terrain manipulator yet. But sometimes, oh, there it is. Oh, that's it.
Units received.
Now, sometimes they will be close enough to the surface that it will register, and you can actually pick them up. Ooh, almost walked right into that one. Let's get the grassy pod. So the good news is most of the time. Now
Toxic protection falling.
I have seen the opposite of this statement be true. Most of the time on your starter planet, at least until you leave, there's generally not a sentinel presence. Or if there is, there's very few of them. Most of the time. Now, I have landed on planets where, yeah, the minute I go to grab some resources, sentinels come running. They're not hostile, but they are, they don't want you mining anything. They don't want you getting the hydrogen crystals or ferrite dust or so the red ones, the smaller red ones like this, not just the little ones, but this size you can get. But again, the big ones you won't be able to get until you have the terrain, advanced. So there's another animal.
Units received.
Until you get the advanced mining laser. Oh, just grab the hydrogen here. Alright, see what we got here. How far is that? 800? That's not too bad, but it's the opposite direction we want to go. Because our ship, I saw it, where is it? There it is that way, 300. So it means I'd have to come back 1100 units or miles. You know, if you want to equate them to something, I just equate them to miles. That one's only 500 away. Maybe we could go to that one, because then that one added to the 3 gives me the 8 that the other one is. So yeah, maybe we can go to that one. Oh, there's another unidentified plant. Every time you scan something, you earn units. That's your money. That's what you use to buy things with. So right now, because we don't have any, well, one, we've got a really crappy gun. But once you start adding different improvements to it, you'll get more and more things. Like when you start adding to the scanner, so there are scanner upgrades that you can get that will give you an additional so many percent towards for animals, or so many for plants, or so many for rocks, so you know, minerals. So the more you scan, the more you make.
Toxic protection falling.
And at least at this early in the game, yeah, that's nanites and units are extremely important. Nanites are almost always important. Because that's what you use to actually upgrade your weapon or upgrade your ship to the next level. Here's some more the hydrogen crystals. These give you oxygen. And it used to be you could just buy oxygen at um, at a trading post. You could just buy oxygen. You can't anymore. Oxygen is more rare now. So I do try to pick up as much as possible. Oop, that looks like one that I haven't seen. Yep.
Units
And that's one I think that I haven't
toxic
seen.
protection falling. Units received.
So the more common the plant or mineral, the less money you get. So the more rare, you get more money. Okay, let's see. See, these are still real close to the surface. You do not want to mess with those red things. Now, some of them are deeper. Like this here, do not disturb the eye, because that's going to send a sentinel creature, a protector of the fossil bed, after you. And at this level, yeah, no. you, you don't survive it. So, these, I always grab these, especially at this level, because I do take the viscous goop. So that gave me 33 nanites. Sometimes you'll actually get stuff. And I can't grab the buried technology. It's buried too deep. Do I have that? Yes, I've got that one. Oops, I haven't been paying attention. So let's
Technology recharge.
refill that. I usually pay better attention than that.
Starship signal detected.
Okay, so there's my starship signal. It's telling me where it is. I'd hoped to get more of those fossils, because you can actually put fossil pieces together. Like, let's see, I've got a couple, or I've got one. This is a tail. It's a fearsome lash bone. So I can put a tail with a torso and a head and arms and legs and create a dinosaur fossil, a dinosaur skeleton, which is cool. Oh, don't forget to look up, because
Units received.
some of the animals do fly, and look in the oceans, some of the animals do swim. So, oh, and I think that might be the last one I need.
Units received.
Yes, 6 out of 6. So, if I go over here now, we've got the 6, we found them all. Come up here, it says register completion, 1500 nanite bonus. So, if you take 1500 and divide it by 6, that's how much you get per creature when you find them all. So, yay. So that's a nice little boost to my nanite count.
Units received.
So I know I don't need to look for animals, because I've got them all.
Units received.
Now, unfortunately, it doesn't tell you if you find all the plants, or how many plants there are and how many you need to find. It doesn't tell you. Just for the animals. At some point, I start gathering like foodstuffs. Not at this level, because my inventory is so limited. So until I can add inventory slots, shoot. Well, that was brilliant. Ooh. These are nasty. These are hazardous flora. They will gas you or poison you or whatever. But if you shoot them, you can usually get either sodium or oxygen from them. So if that's what you are looking for, which sodium is never a bad thing. So, oh, do I have that one? Yeah, I must. So, I wasn't paying attention. Ooh, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Didn't mean to startle you. As long as you don't hurt them, they will usually let it go. But then again, you get some that are mean enough that, man, you touch them and they want to attack you. So I'm headed towards my ship right now. It looks like it's over that next rise. I don't like waking up on a planet when it's dark outside because if you start running towards your ship, you don't know whether or not you've got a cavern in front of you. Ah, we've got some supplies here, some condensed carbon, more condensed carbon. It didn't say, so probably more condensed carbon, and that's got some oxygen, so not a lot. I mean, you don't get a lot out of those, but when you're first getting started, at least for me, I think it's worth, excuse me, it's worth grabbing whatever's there. So I don't see all of these have a name at the top. If it says unidentified, I think it says unidentified when you haven't scanned it. Oh, it's over, it looks like it's over one more hill. See, that's got a name. That's got a name. That's got a name. Ah! Unidentified plant. So now we can scan it.
Units received.
There, now it's identified. Oop, there's another one. Unidentified plant.
Units
So
received.
anytime you're running, if you're looking like down and you see the word unidentified, stop. Scan it. Doesn't take long, and it gives you units that you can use to pay for supplies or whatever. So now, my first order of business after this, one, I have to get an advanced mining laser, mission critical, because my next thing that I'm going to do is to find me a Sentinel ship. Okay, iteration, big long number, deleted, boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 empty, cause Sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer. Fresh iteration generated, anomaly containment prepared. Okay, so broadcast, I guess. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Okay. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Okay. I don't know what all that means. We'll just hope for the best that it's a good thing. Damage, so we've got some rusted metal this time. And all that comes in handy, especially at this stage. So we're going to check out our ship. It's on fire. I wouldn't think fire is a good thing. So iteration, really long number, online. Atlas connection, intermittent. Launch thrusters, offline. Pulse engine, offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Connect exosuit. Log 4925A, unavailable, substituting data. Exosuit, connected. Suggestion, pilot should perform maintenance on select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. It's the only option. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Okay, so we need to fix the pulse engine, which requires a hermetic seal and one metal plate. So if I go here, I can make a metal plate. I have enough ferrite dust. So that's that piece of it. But I don't have a hermetic seal. So what's needed for this? I need pure ferrite. And I need dihydrogen jelly. So let's take a look. It looks like we can make dihydrogen jelly. I didn't see how many I needed. I think it's only one. Yeah. So I can fix that portion. But now, so we're going to get out of the ship. And I can't get that. So, repair pulse engine, metal plating. I did that. Oh, we've got stuff here that we can gather. I can't get that. You have to have an Atlas pass. I've already got that, so... So, starship repair partially complete. Board the starship and consult ship diagnostics. Okay, so we need to go back to the ship. I keep hitting my X to jump, and that's not how you jump in this game. Iteration, really long number. Functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Okay. So I need to go back over here. I peer inside the beacon's housing. As well as its distress broadcast unit, it contains a planetary chart. I'm going to take it. So, we're going to look at the chart. Plot route.
Navigational data received.
So that way to a hermetic seal. Okay. Now, shortly after you embark,
Toxic protection falling.
a storm will come up. So you have to keep a close eye on your hazard protection, because during storms, whatever hazard the planet holds, it will be intensified. So there's another
Units received.
rock I can scan, and I thought I saw some, yeah, these. Sometimes these are scannable, sometimes they're not, just depends on the planet. And then that.
Units received.
Once it says unit
Weather
received,
warning. Incoming storm.
yep, you can let go of the triggers, because that means it's completely scanned. Now, one thing you can do during a storm, if you can find one, you can duck into a cave or into a building or some kind of shelter. So I don't know if we're going to have anything available. That's why I've got to keep a close eye on. Yeah, I can't shoot those right now. So we've got quite a few sodium here. So, and you will always and forever throughout the life of the game, you will need dihydrogen. Now, if you have dihydrogen jelly, or if you go to a settlement and they have a, I meant, where's theirs? That's where I'm going. And they have dihydrogen jelly for sale. You can purchase dihydrogen jelly, run it through a refiner and take it back down to the state of dihydrogen. And then you can make whatever you need to with the dihydrogen. But as we don't have any dihydrogen jelly or a refiner, okay, so I need to come down here and recharge my toxic protection since we are out in a storm.
Toxic protection falling.
Which is why I keep picking up the sodium, because that's what charges it. Now once you get a refiner, you can refine your sodium into sodium nitrate, which will last longer. You won't need to...
Life support power.
It won't take as... Or actually, what it is it won't take... I could have dropped down into that cave, but I think we're almost to our destination, so I should be there before I have to restock. So don't worry about
protection falling.
oops. Jeez, come on, get in. Thank you. Once you go into a building,
Stabilizing.
your protection will start to climb again. So, and then once it's full, you can go out and spend time again. And of course, we went into the one that did not have what we're looking for. Okay. So, oh, anytime you see these little things on the desk too, again, grab them, because it gives you, it could give you one of a couple of things. It could give you nanites, which is always good. It could give you, what's it called? Navigation data, which you can use to purchase more charts. No one making this recording in case leaving behind Xeet in the fabricator. Xeet might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Recover supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Okay, so I have the hermetic seal, but before I go back, I'm going to check out this. Okay, anytime you see these hollow archives, click on them. It says no one making this recording. Oh, okay. Can't find ship, recover supplies. Did it just give me a second hermetic seal? It did, which is fine. Hermetic seals will come in handy at a later time as well. Okay, so the storm has ended, but it is now nighttime. Which means that cavern I almost fell into just before I got here. Yeah, that's between me and my ship.
Toxic protection falling.
Alright. So we just have to kind of go as carefully as we can. Heading towards our ship. So these are all, I've already discovered them. Come on up, thank you. So this, I think it's that? Yeah, it's that little spiky thing that it was unknown. Gather objects for rewards. Okay. Locate your starship. I know where my starship is. It's right there. So that's... So this is a little different. It's deuterium-rich plant. It's an ecosystem boost. So now my jetpack will really surge and really give me a boost. Which is kind of cool.
Suit power cells depleted.
And that's it.
Technology recharge.
You need oxygen to recharge your suit's power cells. So your four very basic things are sodium, oxygen, oh my god, carbon, and minerals, which are your rocks. So those are the four very basic things.
Technology recharge.
Those things are going to be what powers most of your technology, so one or the other. Because your spacesuit is powered by oxygen. Your life support is powered, I think, by the sodium. Your ship is powered by, well, your ship is powered by the dihydrogen, sorry. Because you'll use this to make fuel for your ship. And ferrite does a lot of the structural stuff.
Toxic protection falling.
see, this is the big one. I have to have the advanced mining laser for, but these smaller ones we can, of the red, we can do. Yellow, even the smallest ones we can't do because we don't have the advanced mining laser. The blue ones, the smaller ones, smallest ones we can, but anything bigger than this size requires the mining laser. Like that one, I can't shoot that one. Okay. So we are going to get in our ship and let our hazard protection build back up. So now we can fix this because we have a hermetic seal. We actually have two, but we have that one. So that's done. So now we need to fix the launch thruster. So we need the dihydrogen jelly, which I already made and installed. We need pure ferrite. We can't mine pure ferrite because it requires the advanced mining laser. But if you have a refiner, you can if you have a refiner, you can produce it. So the D-pad, if you hit the up button on the D-pad, it brings you to your build menu. These are this is deployable technology, portable units. So there is a portable refiner that we can put down. We just need one metal plating. So we're going to come back here. We're going to make one metal plating, and we're going to have to get more ferrite. So now we can put this down. As long as it shows green, we can do it. If it's red, it won't let us place it. So green, you just hit the right trigger to place it. And that's as good a place as any. Now, because this is portable, means you can pick it up and take it with you. But you have to remember to pick it up. Otherwise, you will have to rebuild it when you need it again. I'm constantly forgetting to pick it up. I go back to planets that I previously visited, and every now and then I look into finding, oh, that's where my portable refiner was. So we're going to go in, inside the portable refiner. We need to fuel it. It is fueled by carbon. So there's carbon and then there's condensed carbon. Carbon, in order to fuel this, would take like 80 carbon, I believe, something like that. Condensed carbon is made by combining 2 carbon into 1 condensed carbon. So it only takes 27 condensed carbon to run this. So you go from 80 to 27 times 2 would be 54. So now it's only costing you technically 54 carbon instead of 80 to run this machine. And we won't use it all. Once we pick it up, any remaining fuel will revert back to carbon. Not condensed carbon, unfortunately, but carbon. So now we are going to take ferrite dust. So we've got 44 ferrite dust. Now, ferrite dust converts to pure ferrite 1 for 1. So 1 ferrite dust becomes 1 pure ferrite. So I still have 44. I don't know how many I need. So we're going to put that in my exosuit here. And we're going to check out our ship and see how many pure ferrite. We need 50. So we didn't have enough ferrite. I could go out and mine some more ferrite, but I don't have to because I picked up this rusted metal. Rusted metal, 1 rusted metal becomes 2 ferrite dust. So 137 rusted metal become 274 ferrite dust. So I'm going to refine it. So then I can refine a portion of that 1-for-1 into pure ferrite. So I could take, I need 50, I've got 44, I only need 6, but I could refine, well, like if I were to stop now. No, that's not. I think it's X. How do I, okay, do this. I can't remember how to stop it. Oh, I guess it is X, okay. So I'm going to take this out for now, and I'm going to put this 98 in and make it pure ferrite. Now, at some other time, I can finish refining that that rusted metal into ferrite dust for use at that time. I just didn't want to wait for it. So, in order to pick up, we're going to push down on the right joystick. So we're going to pretend like it's a button instead of a lever. Pushing it down will place it in our inventory. So there it is. So next time I want to deploy it, I just hit the up arrow on the D-pad, click on it, and then right click or right trigger. But as far as I know, I don't need it, so. Okay, so now we can come here. We can repair it.
Technology repaired.
So my thruster is repaired, it's at 50%. My pulse engine is at 50%. I do have tritium. Tritium is your power source for your pulse engine. You can put some in there
Recharged.
and bring it to full. But this is still only 50%, meaning that every time you land and take off, you're using your launch thrusters. So the more you land and then have to take off, the more launch fuel you'll need. Unless you land on a launch pad, then it doesn't cost anything to take off. So just keep that in mind. So we can go ahead and leave the planet. And we're only about an hour, in. So we are going to take off. Now, if you hold the left and right bumper buttons, once you get past a certain point in the atmosphere, there, we are now officially in space. Maybe we aren't far enough out. So these are asteroids, and these are fun. You can shoot them, and you get stuff. A lot of times it's tritium. Now it used to be you could tell by the type of rock what you were going to get out of it. It's not always the case anymore. But those big white ones appear to be giving us mostly gold or silver. That one gave me gold. Gold. Be careful, because if you are shooting like this and an aircraft flies between you and what you're shooting at, they don't care that you weren't intentionally aiming for them. They will come after you. So this is a good thing to do early on, because I'm getting gold. And I can sell gold. So, plus, it doesn't hurt to periodically, when you run into a asteroid belt, Shoot asteroids, get the tritium. You will need it for your ship's fuel. Ooh, that gave me some platinum. I think these spiky ones are platinum. Well, that one I guess was silver. No? Platinum. There might have been a small one. Sometimes they're unique, sometimes not. So now sometimes when you do an expedition, one of the tasks on the expedition will be to shoot 50 asteroids, or 100 asteroids, or however many asteroids. You gotta watch the bar. If you look at the upper right hand corner, see that bar that's going across? It's white, now it's yellow, and if you keep watching it, now it's red. If you don't keep an eye on that and you run it all the way to the very end, your guns will seize up. They will overheat and not work until they cool down. For something like this, not so important, but if you're in a space battle, if you're fighting pirates or something, yeah, it becomes very important. So let's see what we got here. So we've got a gold nugget. Now, we can sell this as is for 3,200 units. That's for one gold nugget. 3,200 units, or $3,200 if you want to put it in a way that you recognize. So, which is good, you know. So I've got 300. No, I only got 119. Oh, 353 units each. So each one is worth 353 units. This is worth 3280. Now, if you need gold for something, like if you're building something, I think solar panels require gold or silver. I can't remember. But there are certain things that you need a certain amount of gold for to build. If you need gold and you've got gold nuggets, all you have to do is hit the X button to analyze. And you know what? Let's move that so that it's separate. So I'm going to analyze this, and it gave me, oh, and it put it over here anyway. So I had what was it, 119, now I've got 209, so there were 90 pieces of gold in there. So now this pile has nearly doubled in value. So me personally, I say break down the gold nugget into the individual pieces. Generally it's going to be worth more this way than as a gold nugget. But that's me. Now there might be times that you need a gold nugget for something. I mean, I can't think of what you would need a gold nugget to make. But if you do, then just find the nearest asteroid field, and I mean, you see there's another one. You get them fairly frequently. I mean, there's another one. And sometimes you'll be able to see, okay, well, you know what? Was it this one? No, was it that one? There might be a specific type of rock, a specific looking rock that maybe is you're more likely to get gold or gold nuggets. I don't know. Okay, so, well, that's enough of that. Okay, so orbital, bleh. Going back to what we were doing. Orbital flight achieved in the lower right-hand corner there. Test Starship Systems 2 of 3. Hold left bumper and right bumper to test pulse engines. That's what we did to leave the atmosphere, but it didn't count it. So there, now it's done. So we've tested all of our systems and all of our systems are good. Incoming message. So we are going to click the down D button and go to this incoming messages. Incoming transmission source. Please identify yourself. I'm, and then it static. Identify myself. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. Let's input the coordinate data. Okay.
Alert. Navigational data received.
So, coordinates received. So now, let's follow it. Ew, that's where I'm going, to that planet right there, which is unknown to me. Now, some systems will have what they call anomaly planets. These are special planets. They will not have, or they will only have one, very rarely, but occasionally, 2 creatures on it. And the creatures are usually a special creature. So, anomaly planets are cool because once you get that one creature, well, that gives you another planet that you found all the creatures to. And that is a milestone that you can reach when you get, 3 planets, 5 planets, 10. I can't remember exactly what the number is that it looks for. But different milestones will be, that you've found so many planets with that you've gotten all the creatures to. So what is this red pulsing? And it's dark. Why am I always landing on planets that are dark? Okay. Let's see what we got. Ah, there are sentinels on this planet. So, you can pick up, like, if you shoot at the crystals, the sentinels will come to investigate. If you continue to shoot at the crystals or the plants or the rocks, they will attack you, ultimately. You can scan creatures. Oh, so we are going for a specific, so 700 that way.
Falling.
Okay. I'll get to that, but right now I want to scan these creatures. You can scan things and they don't bother you. But if you shoot something, that's when they come running. So we can scan these plants.
Units received.
I think that animal is on the other side of the thing. So now, before I get too far away from my ship, I'm going to look. Ooh, there's some more animals. sometimes you'll see two creatures that you think look the same, but they're actually different creatures because one of them will turn into a green footprint, but the other one stays a red dot. So, before I get too far away from my ship, I'm going to hit the menu button, or I don't know what the button is called, but it's the one that looks like two overlapping squares. And I'm going to go over here to my starship. I am going to look at this. You have to have at least 25% of launch fuel to launch your starship. So if I've got less than 25% and I run all the way over 700 and some U's away to do whatever it is I need to do there, I can't call my ship in because it has to have at least 25% fuel. It has 25% fuel. So I can go and try and find what it is I'm supposed to look for on this planet, and then I can call my ship in. Ah, that's one of the animals, and there's a plant right behind him that's, well, I thought it was red, but maybe it's just red all the time. Okay, so make sure I'm going in the right direction. You don't want to take off in another direction to chase after an animal and then discover, well, I zigged when I should have zagged back there, so now I've got twice the distance I have to go than I had to go before. I've done that. So, I love these fields of oxygen-rich plants because oxygen comes in handy. And this is going to give us quite a bit of oxygen. We got a rock here. Stairs. So I'm looking to see if I got them all. And one way you can do that, if you push down on the left joystick, not push down as in, because it makes you move, but push it in like a button. That's your scanner. And it will, when it's done charging, it will identify, like, see, it tells you that there's sodium rich plants over there. There's some more O2 oxygen rich plants over there, so now these little plants, I call them fart plants because they're very gassy. So if you can angle it just right, you can get these grassy pods off of them before they blow. I only got one, so I gotta wait for it to dissipate a little bit, and then I can try it again, and gonna get the angle. I did, so now I can just shoot it. And as long as that sentinel is not nearby, you don't care. But if you start shooting it and you see that it's like a bracket thing, that lets you know that there's a sentinel coming to investigate. And you want to stop doing whatever it is you're doing that got his attention before he gets there. So I'm still 500 away. And I don't want to just go pell-mell because it is dark. So 400. And just periodically stop and double check that you're going the right way. So I'm not seeing any more red dots. So 165. I'm gonna grab this yellow one. No, I don't have any food. I don't have any creature pellets. See, there's some deuterium. I don't really care for those boosts because I've been in situations that have not been very good running out of power halfway through. And unfortunately, it's not something unlike the the oxygen or the sodium where you can pick it up and take it with you. The deuterium you can't. 121. We're getting close. So is that it right there? Is that what I'm heading to? Oh, it sure is. Okay. So we're going to do this. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Decipher the signal. Decoding 16, 16, 16. No fuel in. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the entry log, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. Yay! With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Extract plans. So, and there's my terrain manipulator. So, oops, let's get my protection back up, and I'm going to use the sodium nitrate because it only takes 12 instead of 30, and it takes 2 of the sodium to make sodium nitrate, and I can make those in a refiner. So I'm going to grab these if there's no sentinels around, at least as much of it as I can. I can't grab that one. Grab that rusted metal because that'll give me ferrite once I refine it. Okay. So. Oh, and this is a boundary marker. It's a sector marker rather. If you click on it, it marks, it names this particular thing. So now, if you come up to one of these and it's got a name, you know you've been there before. Because, oh, this is Camp Mobara, I've been here before. So, the more sectors you open up that you discover, the, more, you can claim, it's easier for me to show you than tell you. Hang on. So we need one dihydrogen jelly and 2 carbon nanotubes. So carbon nanotubes we should be able to make. So I can build one and then come over here and do craft more. Or actually I can't because I don't have enough carbon to make any more. So the other thing I needed was 1 dihydrogen jelly. So again, if we select an empty box, it has to be an empty one, and just come over to dihydrogen jelly. It takes 40 dihydrogen. We've got more than enough. So now I need to go get more carbon. I can't grab that because I don't have the right weapon. So, but this is carbon. That little plant thingy there. So we're going to grab that. And these rocks are, I've already discovered, I've already scanned. Oh, we've got some birds up there, so we can scan the birds. Scan the birds. I hate it when they go in and out of the, from behind a hill. Look for more. Okay, so let's take a look. 5 of 10. So there's 5 more fauna on that planet, on this planet. I don't know if we're going to be here long enough or not. So now I need 1 more nanotube, so just craft more. There we go. So now, if I need 2 nanotubes, what I could have done was gone to an empty box, hit the plus, gone here, and then if you look, it says build, change craft amount with LB and RB. So if you hit RB, well, nothing happens because I don't have enough, but like, okay, let's say we're doing dihydrogen. Well, I didn't really want to do that. Dihydrogen. If you hit RB, now it says build 2. RB again, build 3. RB again, build 4. Oh, I only needed 2. Then left bumper, you can back it back down. I don't need any more though. I didn't need that second one to begin with. So we are going to fix our terrain manipulator. So now anything that is under the ground, we can now get to. So anytime you find these, there is usually a buried technology. You want to dig these up for a number of reasons. One, buried technology is what you use to buy your new technology. So at some point you'll find technology merchants and they will say, okay, give me 50 buried technology and I'll sell this to you. Or you'll get a there's a specific type of computer you can get that will let you buy building parts. So now I am going to try and call in my starship. So I'm going to come over here, summon vehicles, and then just go up, and there it is. As long as it's green, I can call it in. Now sometimes you might have to play around with the terrain because the terrain might be funky enough that it won't let you land. Now, I have no launch fuel, so I can't take off. If I try to launch, I can't. So I'm going to have to make some launch fuel if I can. So Starship launch fuel, I need 1 metal plating and 4 dihydrogen. Got plenty of dihydrogen. I need metal plating. So let me see, I've got 376. You know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to farm enough to bring me up to 400. Now make sure you are not on your terrain manipulator because otherwise you'll destroy the dihydrogen instead of mining it. I let my thing overheat. So I probably have enough, but I'm going to go ahead and just grab the rest of it. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and come over here and grab these carbons since we're here. I can. I got 2 of them that time. I've already emptied those. So now I've got 1 more grassy pod over there, and now I can shoot it. So we saw that Um, we saw that sentinel when we first landed and got out of our ship, but I haven't seen another one since. So, okay, so now I've got over 400. So I'm going to make 10 metal plate. Oh, well, except now I need, okay, so I am going to deploy my portable refiner again. And I'm going to use the condensed carbon, and I'm going to come down here until I find my rusted metal. So I'll end up with 350 ferrite dust. Now, over time, you'll figure out a way to make lots and lots of units, and you might find yourself sitting in excess of 300 million units, or even a couple billion units, and you can just buy the freaking ferrite dust from the space station terminals, trade terminals, which is great. I do it. If I can buy it, rather than spend the time to mine it and refine it and whatever, I do it. This is at least me time enough to do other things. So we got about 40 minutes or so left to this episode. And there we go. So now I'm going to pick up my portable refiner. What? Oh, you got to take the stuff out of it first. I'm sorry. Forgot that. Not the fuel, because you can't get the fuel out until you pick it up. So there we go. But you have to pick up whatever it was that you refined. Oh, we've got a crystal fragment. What's in that? Oh, more dihydrogen. Okay, so I'm going to make 10 metal plating. Oh, well, that still wasn't enough. I can only make 7. That's okay, I'll make 7. Now I'm going to make 7 launch fuel. There. Now I can refuel my starship. Now, the stuff I need for the ship, I leave with the ship, so that needs to go in there. And I'm going to put it up here. So this, I don't need this in my inventory because I don't have a use for it at this time. Oh, the tritium hyperclusters. These act the same as the gold nuggets. I can sell one for $32.80. Or if I open it up, I'm at 805. If I open it up, it added another, 70 something, 78. I think 78. So, but these sell only for 6 units each. So unless you need it, these I would keep in this form, because then if you really do need some money, they sell for $32.80 each, which generally is going to be better than the 6 each for the tritium that you would get here. But if you need the tritium, it's worth cracking them open to get what you need. At least that's my way of
Thermal
thinking.
protection falling.
So for now I'm just going to move those down. I am going to open those up because that generally tends to be worth more as gold rather than gold nuggets. Okay. So, I never did. I'm going to put that and that in the ship and that in the ship because I don't need those on me. But these are my everyday things. Oh, here's some of the navigation data that we picked up. Not sure where we picked it up, but it doesn't matter. So, hold on. Stop that. Stop it. Dismiss. There you go. Okay. I had a timer going. Not the, that's not the, that was an alarm, not the timer. So, two different things. So, now it says, so in order to make a terrain manipulator, no, sorry. In order to make a base computer, you need copper. So, I mean, we're on a planet. There's a copper right there. Let's see if there's one closer. Magnetized ferrite, which is another step up. Oh, there's another animal. Another step up from ferrite, for ferrite. Let's see. Cargo draw, magnetized ferrite, phosphorus. Ooh, buried caches. Buried caches are good. I'm looking for to see if there's a closer. Don't see one. Yeah. Okay. Buried cache. Let me show you the buried caches. Now again, usually these are close enough to the surface that you don't even need a terrain manipulator to find them or to get them. But sometimes they're deep enough that you do. In this case, I don't. So, when you, now see that in the upper center of the screen, see that green diamond with a white something in it? That tells you that there's something under the ground here. It's a buried, buried mineral formation. Sometimes those can be interesting. I will usually pick these up when I can.
Thermal protection falling.
Because then you can crack those open. Ooh, is that, what is that? Nope, that's phosphorus. So if we go back this way, there's our copper. And, that's the debris that we were at. Oops. I almost let that run out.
Recharged.
Let's see, I've got more buried technologies over there. There's a jettison pod.
Thermal protection falling.
Subterranean organic structure, which is a lot like the mineral ones, except organic. Ooh. So, let's see, 84, yeah, we'll do that one first. So, I'm going to go ahead. So, you can explore any planet that you come to your heart's content. I generally try to pick less hazardous planets. Here's some more damaged machinery. Now the stuff that you get from these, sometimes it'll be rusted metal, but most of the time it's going to be like what was that, organic goop or residual goop, or this one here, which is viscous fluids. These can be refined as well, and they will refine eventually into nanites. It takes several steps. When you get these from the buried caches, when you analyze the data, it processes the data into nanites. So this one gives me 116 nanites from that one record. So I'd say that's not bad. So there's more buried technology, and like I said, you want to get the buried technology. Is that, yep, that's another scannable rock. Magnetized ferrite, there's the copper. I thought I saw another buried cache. Yes, that one, 282. So we're going to head that direction. We're not going to mark this one because we've got the copper marked. So I'm going to look now where there's the buried cache there. So it's off in this direction. So I'm going to do a couple of jumps, jet jumps. Okay, so now we're 41 away. So when you get close enough to it, you can see it in a gray diamond at the top of your screen. And as long as you keep that, oh, now see, when it does that, it spins off, that means that you're passing it. So if you look down, you can usually see it, and there it is. Ooh, we got a hyperdrive module. Oh, yay. We don't need it yet. We have to get hyperdrive first. If the ship doesn't have it, and I don't think it does. So that was worth coming over here for. I likes. So there's another buried technology. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Now some technologies you can buy for just a few buried technologies, some cost more.
Thermal protection falling.
Now it looks like looking like, unless we're coming up on like a hill or a cliff or something, we're gonna have to dig down to get to that one more than just a little bit, because there's probably a cave underneath there, and this one is actually located in that cave. We've hit bedrock. Bedrock, once you get down a certain level, you cannot drill down anymore, but usually if you angle it just right, you just gotta make sure you have enough of, you see, I told you there was probably a cave down here. You have to have a sufficient amount of maneuvering. So sometimes you can do it just right where you can get it to trigger and it's not. So this one is just, I hate it when that happens. So this is an underground cavern.
Units received.
And these have cobalt, which is useful, and this one has cobalt and silver, so you get more cobalt and just a little bit of silver, so there's only 5 silver in that one. some more cobalt and 5 more silver. So now, oh, and here's a damaged machinery. Let's grab the residual goop and probably nanites, but could be. This was not another module. Okay, so now we're back where we were because here's that thing we can't get to. If we look up, we should be able to find the hole that we came through from the surface somewhere. Ah, there it is. Now, if you start jetting up, you should be able to continue to go up until you head out. It's a way so that you don't prevent you don't get stuck in a hole that you can't get out of. If you look at the side of a hole or at the side of a mountain, ooh, power now, or at the side of a, you know, if you're at the bottom of like a cliff and you want to get to the top of the cliff, if you look at the wall and then looking straight at the wall, start jetting, it should take you right up the side of the wall, in case you didn't know. So my ship is back down that way. So I'm actually going to re-tag the copper. 872 away. So now that I've got it tagged, once we get in the ship, we can just fly over to it. Ow! That did a little damage. Okay, so we're gonna pick up, we're gonna take off, and there's our marker, so we're just going to fly over to the copper instead of running to the copper. You want to try not to land on the deposit because it won't let you mine under your ship. You know what? Let's go ahead and take care of this. And there we go. Now we're going to change back to the terrain manipulator, and we're just going to start shooting this, and we're going to start gathering up the copper ore. It's not copper ore, it's copper. Now the reason you need copper, we actually don't need copper. You need, what's it called? Prismatic metal? I don't think that's right. Chromatic metal. You need chromatic metal to make the base computer. But you make chromatic metal by refining copper. So, and I believe it's 2 to 1. So if you need 100 prismatic metal or chromatic metal, you need, what did I say? If you need 100 chromatic metal, you need 200 copper to make 100 chromatic metal. Okay, so there's still little bits of copper. So any that the gridding there, those squares, that means that there's still copper somewhere. Now sometimes it can just be a deep vein. Oop, depleted, so we have to recharge. I'm going to use my silicate powder to recharge because right now I don't need it for anything. I probably should save it because silicate powder will make glass paints once you get to that point, but it's alright. I'm just going to use it. A lot of times, no matter what you do, you can't get every last bit of the ore that you're looking for, so we're gonna call that good. So we have 338, and I think we need 50 chromatic metal. Actually, we only need 30. So we only need 60 copper, but so we are going to put out our refiner, and we are going to refine some. That'll be enough. 84. So if you go in here and you press the A key on your controller, you just scroll down until you find the stack you're looking for. The 84 is what I want. And then we're going to put fuel in here.
Technology recharged.
At some point we will have to take our carbon and make condensed carbon to continue to fuel things. There. So we're going to take that out, and now we can pick this back up.
Falling.
So now we can build our base computer if we want to on this planet. I don't particularly want to on this planet. So it says you can install your upgrade, which you can. I could go ahead and install it here, and it's fine. I can't use it until I have a hyperdrive engine, but it's there. It takes it out of my suit or ship inventory and actually installs it where it needs to be anyway. So, you know, unless you are in sore need of those technology slots, unless you're almost out of technology slots, which happens at this stage. Okay. I wanted to go ahead and grab the that over there. I saw it. Okay, so I would rather go to a planet that's not quite so hazardous. I will probably at some point come back just to try and get the rest of the animals. Okay, so now I want to look for the space station. Trying to see if I can detect it. Nope, haven't advanced enough to be able to get to the space station. So, alright. I'm going to look at, let me see, this is the Scorched planet. That was the one I was just on. I'm really surprised we saw a sentinel there at all, because according to this, if you look at this, see how it says selenium, copper, phosphorus, magnetized ferrite? If it had a sentinel presence, it would say um, uh, that there were sentinels there. Aggressive means that the minute you step foot off your ship, if there's one in the area, he will attack you. No investigating, he will attack you. A high sentinel presence meaning that they're policing the planet. You know, if you step one toe out of line, they will attack you. So just don't do anything while they're around. Now, you can still farm for copper or, well, actually they don't have a problem with you um, mining those types of resources. They just mind when you destroy rocks or planet or plants or animals. So yeah, so there's the caustic planet. That now see, that says high sentinel activity. We did not see a single sentinel on that planet at the time. So there's a little planet back there. It's more than likely a moon. So once you get it to where it says unknown, if you push down, as in like a button, push the left joystick, it'll scan it and tell you what's there. That's a charred moon. Again, it's a hot atmosphere. So how many planets are in this system? So there are 5. These 2 we've discovered. The one with the rings is undiscovered, but we know it's low atmosphere because we scanned it. And the moon behind it, the unknown moon, charred moon. This one here, we don't know what it is. And this one, we don't know what they are. So let's flag this one. So if you with the pipet over the planet, hit the A button, it puts a marker down. So now we've marked that planet. So now we want to just move around until we find that marker. Now, odds are it's behind this planet. So let's pulse past that planet. Because see, in the middle of, at the top of the screen, in the middle, that round, if we come down, there it is. So we're going to scan the planet because we don't know what it is. It's a sharded planet. This is an anomaly planet. So let's go. Now this one, according to this, no sentinels. So we should very rarely, if ever, see a sentinel. The only time we would see a sentinel is if there is a manufacturing facility or a resource depot, because sentinels do guard those facilities. Also, if there's a sentinel puller, you'll see a sentinel. You'll see a really big mother of a sentinel. Or maybe it's a daddy of a sentinel. So sharded planets are anomaly planets. They have one creature, generally. One creature. That's it. And the landscape will look a little different. See? See those things? That's the kind of thing you see. So we're going to land. And we're going to get out. See that yellow blob thing? that is the creature. So scan it, and then
Receive.
one of one. So if you come over here, under discoveries, under fauna, yeah, it's 250 nanites per creature on the planet when you get them all. So I'm just going to hold that down, and there we go. So now, if we decided, you know what, I'd like to make that a pet, we can look and see it needs creature pellets. So this one does use creature pellets. Some of the anomaly animals don't use creature pellets. I think I can make creature pellets. So, oh, and there's our timer. So if we come down here, let's look. Okay, no, we have not learned creature pellets yet, so we can't tame it. We can't make it our pet. We can't take it with us. Aww. But these can still be scanned. These are the plant and mineral life.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Now some of these, the ones with question marks, these are you can pick these up. So if you look on it, it says glitching separator, push RS to pick up. So we're just going to push that. So now if you come look, we have a glitching separator. And these we can use for decorations in our base builds if we choose to. So that's why I like anomaly planets. They have one creature, typically one. Every now and then you'll find one that's got two, but not very often at all. I've only seen two, just a couple times, 2-3 times, something like that. So, and you could build your base on an anomaly planet. Absolutely fine. I do it sometimes. I prefer temperate planets, or what they call paradise planets. So, but then there should be one additional moon here. So we're going to flag that moon because we don't know what this moon is yet. We know what every other planet is. Ah, there, it's back there, the marked moon. So we're just going to focus on that and hit our left and right bumpers, and then it'll just take me right to the marked planet. So we're going to slow down and we're going to scan it. That is a paradise moon. So hey, here we go. Paradise moons or paradise planets are just that. They're like little pieces of paradise. The temperature is really nice. Some of them can be very beautiful. So I might put down my base here. My first base. I forget how many bases you can have in a game. And again, new planet, so scan everything because nothing has been scanned yet. At least not by you.
Received.
There's some flying creatures.
Units.
There's some walking creatures.
Units. Received.
So it looks like there's a lot of creatures on this planet.
Units. Received.
Ooh, that's got the flower creature. Again, if I could make creature pellets, we could tame one and make one our friend. Aren't they pretty? Those are very interesting, very neat. I like whoever came up with that, man.
Received.
That's cool. Those were introduced, I believe, when Planets Part 1 was released. Or Worlds Part 1. Not Planets, Worlds. Same difference, but not.
Units. Received.
So there's a lot of stuff to scan on a paradise planet, let me tell you.
Units. Received.
Oh, we have a T-Rex.
Units.
Now, they would typically they would be aggressive, but because I changed creatures to not passive but defensive, meaning that as long as I don't attack them, even mistakenly, they won't attack me. But if I do, even in error, even by accident, attack them, they will attack me. So, yeah, this nice little. I think this looks like a nice little planet. Some paradise planets will have storms, but they're typically not too bad unless
Units. Received.
when you look at their mining ability, you've got salt, paraffinium, and copper. This one in specific, the copper, if it says activated copper, then yes, count on extremely severe weather, extreme weather. Then it would be an extreme paradise planet. Okay, so I'm just looking to see if there are any more animals I could scan. Not seeing any. How many are on this planet? 6. So there's only one more. And if you see, if you click on the planet and go back in here, isn't that so pretty? If you go down to the bottom one, it's a rare, but it's ground and it's always active. So that means that it's out there. You just have to keep scanning. Just keep looking for it. You'll eventually find it. Now sometimes it'll say only found in the north. Well, then you have to figure out how to make it to the north part of the planet. Because looking at it from space, how do you know which is the north and which is the south? So, yeah, maybe I will put down a beacon here. Not beacon, a base. Put down a base here. I think I'm going to. Seems like it's a nice piece of. It's fairly flat. I mean, it's not perfectly flat, obviously, but it's fairly flat. Ooh, journey milestone. Drifter traveled 10 Ks. And we got some. Ooh! Well, that was not what I meant to do. I just destroyed it, so I didn't get the oxygen. I got the oxygen from the seed, but not from the plant. So I forgot that I last used it to mine copper. So I'm just wandering around looking at the nice... Oh, so now these big plants, this is your star bramble. And you get star bulb from it, but you have to have, you can't pick it until you have a hazard gauntlet, which I don't have yet. So it looks like a lot of the obvious stuff I've gotten. Let's look to see. Ooh, what's that? Unknown building. Unknown buildings are fun. When you pick a planet that you want to investigate more, and you know what, before I get any further from my ship, I want to check to see what my I'm at 25% launch. So as long as it's 25%, I can, sorry. I can bring my ship to me. So again, you know, there's one of these, so always look for this little shield symbol, which tells you that there's buried technology. Now sometimes you'll find those out where there's not a damaged machinery, and that's fine. If you find them when they're not near damaged machinery, sometimes they will be close enough to the surface that you don't have to mine down to, but not always. Living slime is the third step in that multi-step process for making nanites. It can be a pain, but when you're trying to get 50,000 nanites together so that you can oh they're itty bitty baby ones on this planet, so you have to watch for them better. Oh, there's cargo drop over there. So yeah, they're smaller, so they're harder to see. Okay, here we go. Let's grab these. So we got projectile ammunition. So I do have other things I can build on my multi-tool. The thing is, this is such a terrible multi-tool. So in order to make a bolt caster, which is your energy weapon, you need nanotubes, and you need more chromatic metal, which I would need to. So I'm not even going to worry about it now, because if I don't have everything I need to build it immediately, there's no point in using up a space in my multi-tool. Oops. Ouch. Ooh, these are good. Good, except we don't have... I don't think we've got the recipe for it, because that's usually something you have to get on the space anomaly, which we haven't gotten to yet. So what these are drop pods that allow you to get an exosuit upgrade, but you have to have a carbon nanotube, which you can make, some sodium nitrate, which if you don't have it, you can refine it, but you also need an antimatter housing. And if you haven't learned the recipe yet, you can't get. And what it does is it gives you an additional suit slot. So you can pick one of these empty holes here, not one like this, that's an actual inventory slot, but one of these outside of that within this rectangle to unlock, which gives you more storage. So you really want to find these, but you want to have the ability to make the and we can't make it. So now what I could do, I could slap my my base computer down right here so that I can come back to it quickly, and then I can just delete the base. I could do that. I think I'm going to. Because just to run across those is difficult. You usually have to have charts to get to them. So we're going to go in here, searching cartographic archives, Universal Archives, search reels. No prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site? Yes, claim base.
Base unit online.
Okay, so now accessing log from previous user. Oh, it's not even a new base computer. It's a used base computer. Accessing log from previous user. Entry follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon extract plans. So I have the base things needed for a very basic shelter. So, but I don't have to actually build here. Right now I'm going to call in my ship, and we're going to go ahead and call this episode 1 for No Man's Sky done. In order to do a save point, now it will, every so many minutes it does do a, let me get over there and show you. A restore point and then an autosave. So the restore point is what I just did. And it also logs it as an autosave as well. So when you get in and out of your ship, it creates a restore point and an autosave. But every so many minutes, it will create an autosave by itself. That way, if you're playing for 3 hours and you forget, or you don't have the, the opportunity to get in and out of your ship, you will at least still have a more recent save that you can load instead of losing all that time. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like. It does help the channel, and I would really appreciate it. Also, if you hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell, that way when I post new videos, you'll be notified. And it won't just be No Man's Sky, it might be for another game that I'm playing that maybe it looks interesting and you decide to try it afterward. It becomes one of your most favorite games. That would make my day. So, hit that notification button and be notified whenever I drop new content. So, this is Andara saying have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Hold your loved ones close. And I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.